Hello everyone, myself Rajshekhar, the founder of ProjectContest.com, and happy to meet you all today. So today in the Chat with Innovator series, we are having one of the teams from Noorul Islam Center of Higher Education, Tamil Nadu, Vineet Jacob Anthony, Pooja Raj, and his mentor Ganapati Raman, Dr. Ganapati Raman is available with us. Today, along with you, I'm also going to learn about their experience, their innovation abilities, their skills, and how they become a successful innovator as a student. We're going to learn today. So, I welcome Vineet Jacob Anthony. Hi, Vineet. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah, great to see you today in your busy schedule. You are doing many innovation-related works as a student. I think you are preparing for the exams. Thanks for joining in this today's function and today's Chat with Innovator series. I once again welcome you.
Yeah,
And next, yeah, thank you. Next, Pooja Raj. Thanks for joining with us, Ma. Happy to meet you in the online.
Thank you, sir. I'm also very happy to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. And the next, or his mentor, Jacob's mentor, Dr. Ganapati Raman sir, and who is also a good friend of mine and a well-wisher of ProjectContest.com. Sir, we welcome you, sir. Sir, unmute பண்ணுங்க sir. Ganapati sir, can you unmute and speak, sir, while you are speaking?
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind invitation.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We are really honored by you are joining with us today. I'm also really happy, and our team really happy. And dear viewers, this program is jointly organized with Dream 360. They are a digital marketing and a branding company. And thanks for Mr. Shekhar, who is also joined online with us. Thank you, Shekhar sir, for joining. So we can go for the chat with innovators questions. So first, I like to invite Vineet to share his experience. Before that, I want to know about Vineet. Can you tell about you? Who is Vineet and where he's from? And what are all the things he has accomplished in his earlier career? Vineet, over to you. Ganapati sir, you can mute.
good evening, sir. My name is Vinny Jacob Anani. I'm a final aerospace engineering student. I was born in Kerala, Kollam. So throughout my schooling years, I used to take part in many contests like drawing, painting, and science exhibitions. So as a kid, I think it was from third standard, I got curious in astronomy. So I used to search about a lot about that. So while I reached plus one, plus two, I move on to aeronautical, later to aerospace. So I joined Noor Islam Center for Education as an aerospace engineering for aerospace engineering course. So throughout my engineering years, Ganapati Raman sir motivated to me to be participate in various competitions. So likewise, I participated in Smart India Hackathon and got selected among top four teams in the all India level. Also, I got selected in AK EduSat program, an initiative launched by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So it was a program to build a nano satellite for over 128 countries for free education from the southern part of the India. So among the 50 students select, I was one of them, and also I took part in TNSI 2019, and I also became the first prize winner from the Tirunelveli district.
Great, Jacob. And you're going to detailedly speak about your innovations and your winning in this kind of innovation contest. And next, moving on to Pooja Raj. Hi, Pooja Raj. Once again, I welcome
Hello,
you.
sir.
And you can tell about who is Pooja Raj and what are the activities he has done from his schooling to now in the college. You can speak to our viewers. About to him.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Pooja Raj M. I'm from Kerala, and I have done my higher secondary in MBHS. So during my school years, I wasn't very interested in co-curriculum activities, but still I have done PCM exams and I have done Hindi some exams. So I have done some few exams like that, but I wasn't very much interested in innovation and all. But after coming to college, after meeting Vinny Jacob Anthony, he has motivated a lot to participate in competitions, to think innovatively. So after doing my bachelor only, I began to participate in some competitions like TNSI Smart India Hackathon. So we have won TNSI first prize. So that was my first time winning a competition. That's all.
Great, great. Thank you. And many of the girls who thinks that the innovation is mainly done by the boys, there'll be a high opener on seeing you. You, as I think in Smart India Hackathon, I once interacted with you. You told that you are a team leader for the team, which has become one of the finalists in hardware, and it will be motivation for all the girls. Okay. Next, moving on to our mentor, Dr. Ganapati Raman sir. Sir, tell about you, sir, Ganapati sir, for our viewers, what you are doing
Good
and
afternoon
your
to
details.
everybody. So good afternoon to everybody. First, I would like to thank and congratulate ProjectContest.com team, especially Mr. Rajesh Shekharan, for nurturing and spreading innovation culture to the academic community and the general public. He is doing tremendous efforts of popularizing various innovation contests organized by government and non-governmental agencies. Myself, Dr. Ganapati Raman, Associate Professor of Physics, as also the convener, Institution Innovation Council of Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education, aggregated by NAC, with aided, deemed to be university situated in Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu. I completed my BSc Physics in NDA Hindu College, Tirunelveli, and MSc Physics in Sri Paramalani College, Alvakurchi, and PhD in Physics, Annamalai University. After completing my PhD in 2011, joined as the assistant professor, Department of Physics in Nurul Islam Center for Education, and promoted as associate professor of physics in 2019. And I have graded 6 PhD scholars, 8 MPhil scholars, and 11 MSc students. And presently, 6 students are doing PhD under my guidance.
Great, sir. Great. Great, Ganapati sir. It's a really happy moment for us to interact with you also today. So, moving on to the next question to Mr. Jacob, Vinit Jacob. So, Vinit, kindly tell our viewers what are the contests you have participated after joining Nurul Islam universities, and what are the positions and awards you have received in this contest. Over to Vinit. Yeah, Vinit. Vinit, we can't hear
Yes,
you.
sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah. You can hear. We can hear you. You can continue.
Okay, so once after joining Nurul Islam Center for Education, I take part in various innovation competitions and competitions offered by university itself. So from second year onwards, I started participating in the competitions. So it was second year when I take part in maths department competition, various competitions. So I joined for quick 1 minute rapid fire session and also Olympiad. So I actually won for two of them as well. So also, when moving on to third year, so before joining university, also I used to write down my ideas in small pocket notes. So in order to, so I really thought I couldn't achieve them because it was just ideas. So, but I used to write it down. That was the difference. So whatever the innovations I get, I used to write it down. So in order not to forget it. So once after joining university, it was from my senior who I heard for first time that they have made drone in the final year and it has cost them 1.5 lakh rupees. So actually initially dropped that idea. So on my research, I found that drone interesting and did some research and did some innovation thinking of my own and write it down and just forgot about this. So moving on to third year, so it was then I met Ganapati Raman sir. He was the faculty of physics department, and during the first year and second year, he was teaching physics, but not in my batch. So he take a awareness program of Smart India Hackathon, and we participated in it, and I got interested, and they told nothing is required for to participate in this, just to, ideas and innovations alone is enough. So likewise, we went to Ganapati Raman sir, and we went took part in Smart India Hackathon 2018. So when we went to the competition, they were shortlisting. They shortlisted around 198 ideas, 198 problems, among which we shortlisted around 70 problems, and we worked on it, and we were able to submit around 63 ideas for Smart India Hackathon 2018 for hardware alone, among which two of our ideas were shortlisted among the top four teams in all India. And as per rules and regulations, we could only participate in one of the ideas, no matter how much it got selected for. So we chose one, and we weren't able to go to the final stage because 1 gram of that the idea we chose required a certain kind of material, which 1 gram of material required around 1,800 rupees, and we required around 40 grams. So we weren't able to get enough fund to further take it to the next level. So likewise, because we came in the top 4 levels, we received Outstanding Student Achiever Award from Nurul Center for Education. And moving on to third year last semester, MHRD Regional Innovation Program game, and we applied for it 5 ideas, and out of which 5 ideas of us selected as well. Among which 2 of our ideas were shortlisted for final prototype showing. One of them, which is drawn. Other one also was drawn, but for a different purpose. So because we didn't have the enough of money to spend for it, we also were able to take it to next level for that also. So during my second year, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam initiated a AK EduSat program, which is a satellite program initiated for over 130 countries for students which cannot afford education. So they will be providing free education with initiatives of the satellite. So once after his demise, his personal assistant take care of the project and started funding. So Nurul Center for Education have launched one satellite already. So they came for students to participate in the developing the satellite, and they are choosing around 50 students with mentoring session from ISRO. So they came to a university, and they selected me. And under my training, I selected 2 of my friends as well. And actually, the satellite has already been developed. As of now, it has been developed, and it will be launched after 2022. It could provide free education to over 50 million students. Its program's name is known as AK EduSat. And once I came to final year, it was a final year project time. So we have to choose one project. So I decided to, as I applied for DRDO, ISRO, and also HAL, all of them rejected our application because that we didn't met one criteria, that we hadn't had someone in the organization to be with us. So because of that criteria, we were able to get in. So we thought about it, and we thought we will do one original idea. So I took my second year right now notes of that idea innovation, and I took one drone out of it. It was multipurpose agriculture drone. So because I got rejected from all these 3 esteemed organizations, I thought I should do something on my own in order to get recognized. So irrespective of the cost, I chose multipurpose drone. And it was then Dr. R. Gramani Raman sir introduced me into the TNSI. So I applied for TNSI, but I didn't have any hope. So we were shortlisted for the initial ideation camp, and we went there. Over 200 teams came over there. And from 200 teams, we were shortlisted among the top 25, and we were taken to the next level, which is a 3-day boot camp. From 3-day boot camp, we were ranked 5th in the among the top 25 members, and 7 members were selected to the finals. And we came out to the finals, and we were able to win first prize in TNSI Tirunelveli district. It was a huge journey and also awesome experience, and we learned a lot. During the 3-day boot camp, they literally changed me from being a normal person to becoming an entrepreneur. And they gave me and they shared the necessary skills on how to be an entrepreneur as well. So after joining TNSI, I thought I don't want to just work on any organization. I just want to be an entrepreneur, and I would need to provide work for more over 100 or 200 people myself.
Great, Vinith. It's really a nice journey. I think you are having in innovation related works. I think so. And moving on to next question to Pooja. Pooja, tell about your works in innovation contest and your journey in innovation contest.
So, like I said, I wasn't interested in competition mainly because I thought I cannot do such kind of things. I don't have enough idea or a group with which I can cooperate. and also competitions will demand us to go to different places. So I thought that is a bit difficult to convince family. So it is all risky. That's how I thought. But Vinny Jacob, he really encouraged me. Because of his encouragement, I participated and I went to TNSI boot camp that was in Tirunelveli. I met lots of new people, which was something that has happened first time in my life. I met some really good people and guides like Shivaraman sir, etc. They were really good people. So these experiences were very new to me. Then we got award, which was also very new to me. So after this, I came to realize that I should have participated in competition much before. So all thanks to our teachers and Vinny Jacob Anthony for innovating, for including me and for inspiring me so much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Ma. And one question I get from your point also to Vineet. Vineet, how you formed this team? As Pooja said, you have formed the team and you started to working in this kind of innovation activities. And how you form your team, Vineet?
Yes, actually, sir, Pooja was kind of a reserved person, so she didn't have any much of the friends. So also, only five girls were there in the class. So among the five, four of them of us already a team, and they did everything all together. So they were the students of scoring above 95, 96, 97% marks. Pooja was above average. She scored around 80 to 85. So she was left alone, and she was doing all the work all alone. So during third year, we had to do aircraft designing project. So she did all the work by herself, but it was a hassle for everyone because it required a lot of research and data collection. So seeing that the way she collects the data and put it together, her reports were the best among all of us. So I thought she could do much better and help me in collecting the data and require the necessary help I require in my project, which is with statistical data and analyzing as well. So in funding terms, she did her part. She funded around 40,000 rupees, but as the drawn cost funding which required for was very huge. It was around 3.15 lakh. Apart from the contribution, the funding part, she did more than, if we were to estimate, she did around contribution above 1 lakh rupees with the help in studies and data collecting and statistics as well. So during in creating a drone, all we require is coding and data and statistics, because in order to maintain such an efficient flight, we require a lot of data. So she was the person behind that. You can literally call her data scientist behind our project.
Yeah, great. And sir, Ganapati sir, I want to ask this question to you. How you encourage your students, sir? Because as Vineet said, you have been a mentor for him and you have supported many things for him. So how do you identify this kind of innovation students, and how you start working with the students to become the winners in this kind of innovation contest? Because identifying the right minds is very important in doing innovation that works. How you identify the students and how you motivate the students? How do you say?
Actually, in 2018, so we have started Institution Innovation Council in our university. So while they started in IAC in our campus, I frankly say I don't know even ABC of ideation, innovation, incubation, startup. So after I actually say convener of the IAC, so I just first search what is innovations and what I just I got little bit only in internet, but I then again I nominated as a single point of contact for Smart in the Hackathon 2018. Then I just go through all the rules and regulations very thoroughly, and I conducted one awareness programs. So it is called Smart in the Hackathon awareness workshop for investor students. Then so many people they come and attend the competition, attend the workshop, including Vinit and team. then when I say the importance of Smart India Hackathon and various innovation contests, so the students, they are not aware of that. First thing is, then and next thing is, so how to approach and how to form the teams. So they don't know. They don't know. After giving the detailed explanation, so they are very much interested. So then, more than 56 students, then they voluntarily they registered. They want to form the team. Then more than 16 teams. One team comprises of 6 students. So 16 is 6. So we have more than hundreds of students. Then voluntarily registered as a team, and they participate in the Smart in the hackathons. So I got a full-fledged energy. So the students are very much interested. Then we have to do something for the students. So then I searched in the internet for various competitions, including projectcenter.com. Then I will share all the details. Then the industry students, so some students will industry electricals. So I will then I will share information. They will choose the particular idea. Then some students interested in artificial intelligence, some students interested in drone likes. So the industry students, they will come and ask the details. Then I will first I will understand the rules and regulations. Then I will convey the rules and regulations. Then they will form the team. Then they will do their own wonders. So my book is just to motivate the students to participate. Then so those who are really interested, then I will give much more effort. So because many of the works will be done after after the office hour. So because office hour, the students are having and their own classes. Then I have to have the academic work. So evening 6 o'clock, after 6 o'clock, I will personally make the call, and the students are they feel freely to make a call. So I will make the relationship very friendly relationship. So they frequently they will make the call, and they will clear the doubts. Then the same thing, even I have a doubt, then I will go through the rules and regulations. Then I will tell clearly. So that's why they are interested to participate in various competitions.
Great, sir.
So
Great. I think the mentor role is very important. And as you said, you identified the right person and you made them to participate in the right contest so that they become successful innovations. I will come to you back after a few questions, sir. And now I am moving forward to the next question. Vineet, can you tell about your innovations, what you have done, on what you are working now? Simple note to our viewers so that it will be inspiring for the new innovators how to ideate and how to innovate. So, what are your works? What are you doing? You can elaborate to our viewers.
Okay, so the thing is that I am not just working on one specified problem. So I work on a lot of problem as I go through the internet. So if I so first I will search something. So if I find that it's not effective and inefficient,
One point I'm going to add here. How you identify problem? That also while you were explaining. How you identify that?
each time, so when I find something as not perfect, so means it might be performing well. So when I say it, so I will look it in all perspective. Can it help someone? Can it make it work easier? Can it save me time? So what will be the outcome? What will be the humility outcome over the time? So likewise, some equipments are there to make our works easier for a short period of time and quick. But likewise, certain equipments are there to work help us in over a long period of time. So likewise, so if I take a technology means, so in Smart India Hackathon we submitted around 63 ideas, but all of them which were not related to our field. So only
areas you have submitted.
Yeah, so we are having 63 solutions.
Yeah. Students will be 60 to 63 ideas you have taken and worked and submitted the solutions.
So the thing is that
the biggest task, I think so. Yeah.
The thing is that the 63 ideas were not related to our field, our core field, aerospace engineering. Even the drone which we have done is not related to us. So it is related to our aeronautical engineering. We are learning aeronautical, but it's completely new and a new field for us because in engineering they teach us theory and practical, and there is preset program. They are following a schedule. Drone is of recent development, so we had to teach by ourselves. So when we took those ideas, they are posting those ideas because they need a better solution for it. Not that because they don't have a solution already for it, but they need a better and more efficient solution. So we thought about it, and so I have formed a team of 6 members. One of my team member name is Radish Babu. So Pooja also was our team member. As I said, she handled the statistics and analytics, and she controlled the document. And I and Radish sat together and we took a solution. So usually people are self-centered. Actually, if they get one idea, they want to keep it all to themselves. But this is not the case in our forming our team, because we found a team which there's no self-centering. So whatever the outcome your contribution may be 0.01 percentage, 0.1 percentage. Other might did the 0.9 percentage or 99 percentage. So whatever the contribution we did, we shared them equally, because without the 1%, we cannot complete that thing. So why we keep it all to ourselves? Rather form a team and share it and make it a dream into reality. That was the case even then we did the final project, because I could have done it by all myself, but I need the handle on statistics and also the a small amount of money even I can have possible. So we took those ideas, and as I said, all of them were different. Different, like electrical, from chemical engineering to mechanical engineering, a wide range of areas, programming, soft coding. So the thing was that I formed a team of different branches as well. So my teammate, even though he was my classmate, he was good in coding, he was good in programming, and I myself started teaching me electrical engineering because for just taking part of this competition. So participating in competition, I realized that you don't have to be a specific engineer to do the problems of other engineering field. So when I came into the drone project, I myself became an electrical engineer all by myself by doing my own research work and contributing it. By saying that it's not a short process, it is a long process. You have to be dedicated for it. And likewise, the drone, I did the electric part. It took me around 8 months to understand the basics to the working concepts and to implement it. So we take that idea and we took one idea. For example, one of our idea was selected was boiler float for the pressure system. So existing model they was having about was around 2.5 diameter of 32 gram model of steel boiler float. So thing is that if it goes around 2000 psi, it gets crushed. So we thought about it. So how can we innovate it? So I can we improvise it? So we thought about the design. What design can it hold? Shall we go from the initial cube design to a square design? Then we thought about various kind of materials, alloys, and finally we thought that why not introduce our field into this mechanical field. So actually this was a system for the ship, marine engineering. So we thought about went back to the second semester and we took our books of our aerospace engineering material study, and we went through all the material and we find none of them suitable. So we went to the Google and we went to the site of NASA and we took a certain measure of density to weight ratio and strength material book, and we took that and we found that certain two combinations when we done can be effectively able to get one new type of material, and we did the simulations in ANSYS and we got the result, and it was a great success for that. And we wrote that idea and sent it to the Smart Day hackathon. That was one idea, and that was the idea we mainly spend a lot of time on. So we choose that idea for the finance as well. So when we did the simulation, they even liked that. But in order to make the prototype, we required a material called as Vespel. So that Vespel with adding other materials only, it becomes much stronger. So we submitted. So since we didn't have enough funding for that, we had to drop that idea, because without the prototype, we wasn't able to take part in that. Likewise for the drone, even drone parts are not available in India. Also, when the final project was, we went through a huge problems and we went through a huge hassle, because the parts which we imported got detained by the Bangalore customs. Thing is that we cannot. It is illegal to import drones. Drones are restricted. It's not illegal. But the thing is that we didn't import full parts, because our drone is a innovative multi-purpose agriculture drone which can be used to help farmers, which is I will come to later. So we designed a certain materials and we uploaded we directly contacted the company from China in Belgium, because the parts weren't available in India. So we sent them the design of our own, and we asked them to 3D print it for us and send it to us. So they were eager to help us, and they even did it. They imported it in less than 2 days, and it reached in India in less than 3 days. So when it came to India, we went through the huge process of clearing it from customs, getting the permission of DGCA, going through EFTA licensing. So it was a 90-day to 100 process which we went through, which we learned of a lot of legal issues, and we thought that so even that in the time of hard times, we thought in a different way, because parts got detained because it wasn't available in India. So as an engineer, we require those parts, but so we thought from an entrepreneurial perspective. So why not start a drone company here on? So we don't have to import the parts, and can make our parts by ourselves. Also have exclude the point of getting it detained by the customs. So that's a market opening for an opportunity for a new person as well. So we thought of launching a drone company of our own. So we researched ourselves, and we claimed to completion. We extracted out the process of making the necessary part required for projects. So it's a step by process, but also a long process. We have to take it slow at each step at a time, and also keep one step at a time.
Yeah, great, great. Whether the multi-purpose drone is commercialized now, or you are working in that?
No, so actually, so if in order to commercialize it, we require a huge number of it. For that, we require huge funding. So we created the prototype, and the prototype is working fine and sound. And also, there's how many things are left again: DGCA licensing, and huge number of product making. So that's a legal procedure. It might take a 2 years for DGCA rules to change and take into account. So far, the agriculture drones in India cost around 8 lakh rupees. The thing which we have done can be reduced within 1 lakh rupees, and also it will be a great service to the farmers, because recently, as we saw now, that there was a huge pest attack in North India. It made them lose over thousands and 10,000 crore loss. So the thing is that those rich farmers which had drone, they protect their land by pesticide spraying. Those who wasn't able to save their crops. The drone which we innovated is designed in a special way that within 10 minutes it can spray 4 acres of land. So taken to the amount of time the pest attack, we can launching 10 such drones simultaneously can save 40 acres of land within 10 minutes. So we can save the land, but farmers are not able to buy a drone because it costs around 4 to 8 lakh rupees. So we thought about it, and we thought we are not going to sell drone, but we are going to offer service for it. So in exchange for hourly basis, because in 1 hour it can spray around 24 acres. So we will only charge them 1,000 rupees. So likewise, if we have 10 drone at 10 farms working at 1 hour, we will be making a revenue of 10,000 rupees in 1 hour. In 10 hours, we will make 1 lakh rupees revenue, which is which will reach a break-even point of our company, which is pretty much short term. So rather than offering the pesticide spraying, so pesticide spraying is just one part. It's not the complete part required in the agriculture process. It's just one part. So there's lots of huge other processes such as soil health monitoring, poor irrigation, crop health monitoring, and determination of soil health. So all of these methods are as of now available also, but there's not efficient enough to help the farmers, because soil health monitoring drone costs around 2 lakh rupees. So they cannot afford it as well. So the only farmers and those who are hiring it for it available to do it. So we thought of it, and we innovated a drone into a multi-purpose drone, and we construct a special kind of base system, so we can attach and detach a multi-purpose application according to the variability, all in one drone itself. So that application bay part we will be applying for patent as well. It's one of its kind and unique. And so with that drone, we will be able to determine the health of the soil, determine the health of the crop, and 3D land map the land of the farmer, and offer a better irrigation solution for them to occur. Because if we are able to find the soil health prior to cropping, prior to cultivation, or if we find that if a certain amount of crops in stress, and farmers might not be able to know about it, because it might seem normal, but they won't be able to take necessary action, because certain areas of the land might require extra care. So we shortlisted a huge variety of ideas. And also one of our main innovation was cloud seeding. So cloud seeding is the artificial raining process, and it's also already existing process, and that too in aircrafts, through aircrafts only. It's a huge uh, price process for them to for the government to take over. So also when we thought about it, we found that drone can carry around 10 kg of payload. So it can also fly up to a range of 8 kilometers. So we thought about it, and we read the statistical study, and we thought that even a single drone which has a 10 kg payload may make a huge effect on cloud seeding and make the artificial rain to process start. So in drought affected areas of farming with the potential moisture in the air, we can able to help them by providing them artificial rain with our drone. That's the innovation we've done.
Great, Vinit. Yeah. Whether this multi-purpose drone won the Tamil Nadu Student Innovators Award?
Yes, sir. We have so far we have participated with. Actually, this was a final year project, so we participated with this drone to a Tamil Student Innovator, and we got award. And now they're all shortlisting for a national level contest, and we have applied for it. The results are not out yet, I guess.
For the MHRD IAC, I think you have prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also wish you for that POC contest also. So moving on to the next question to Pooja. Dear Pooja, as Vinith said, you played an important role in documentation and the purposes. And many students, when they call us to the projectcontest.com, they will ask how to develop the business model canvas, how to prepare the objective, how to prepare the written documents for applying for this contest, and how you get yourself to prepare these documents for applying for this kind of contest. You can share to our viewers.
Good afternoon, sir. So, sir, basically, I told you we had TMSI boot camp. So, in the boot camp, it was a 3-day boot camp. In that, they have taught us about business brochure, how to create a business brochure, profit and loss, how to include profit and loss, advantages, etc. So, they have briefly told us about it. We have on the spot, we have worked on it. We created a chart list on that. So, and then we have presented in front of guides. I told you, Shivaraman sir. So, in front of those guides we presented, they told us what all mistakes were there. So, through those kinds of planning and doing, we came to realize how to do it. So, this was the way. And also, we had very good guides actually. So, they guided us very well. Because of them, we were able to do it. And plus, we tried it ourselves too.
Great, Ma. That is a very important thing. Dear viewers, preparing the document is very important. I think Pooja has played that role. And while forming the team, it is very important that you have a member who is well versed in preparing the documents. Thank you, Ma. Over to Ganapati sir. I want to ask you a question. So, Ganapati sir, what do you think about your students, sir? As a viewer, we are congratulating the students, and as a listener, also we are getting inspired from the words of the student. But who made the students to become this position, and what your views about this Vinith Jacob Anthony or other members of the Green Arrow Aerospace team?
Okay. Sir, actually, in 2018, the Smart India Hackathon, I was in Steel Point Electronic, and then we submitted more than 105 ideas. Out of 105 ideas, 63 ideas from Vinith and Jacob. So more than half the idea and solution of the idea is submitted by Vinith Jacob and his team. Then so till 11:59. So night 11:59. So he is sending the idea. Then I because the role of the single point of contact, to first we have to look the PPT. Then so whether it is in correct format, then we have to approve. Then up to 11:59, he is selling the idea. So here I was astonished. So because 6-member team exclusively headed by the Vinith and Jacob, then how it is possible to submit 63 ideas? So it is a very good job, and he has a trust to do something innovations. So I just So he's a I thought he's not a normal man. He's a extraordinary man with a very good talent. And then, so whenever the idea comes, then I just force to you just participate the competitions. The same things TNSA also. So last date I forced to submit your nominations for TNSA. So he submitted only last day only. So sometimes I just friendly I will say you just submit. Sometimes I will take the upper hand. So you must submit the idea. I must submit the solution for that idea. So he will do like he will do. So because students always think about their studies, then internal assessment, then semester examinations. But as a mentor, so we have to tell. So because we have a time, so you just do. So I will get some relaxation from the institutions. Okay. So I will support by all means for submission of idea. So so there is a moral support from my side. So I am doing the job.
Great, sir. Great. Upper hand or lower hand teachers always want their students to achieve in all the activities what they involved. Thank you, Kanapati, sir. And moving to next interesting question, whether I think Jacob can answer for this. Vinith Jacob, and one of the common question by many students when we talk to them is that, sir, how we can manage the studies and innovation works? Because while we are occurring for the innovations, we have to develop the proposals, we have to develop the software, simulations, hardware, and we have to apply for the contest, and we have to do all the works. At the same time, we have to study for our exams and other internal works, assignments we have to submit. How you are balancing your normal institutional academics works and your innovation related works? You can answer for that, or Pooja also can answer for this. So, Vinith?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can. I can hear you.
So the answer for that is right there in the question itself. Because if we take it into account that, so we are in a semester, in a chapter, in a unit, in a syllabus, in a subject, there will be 5 units. So over the semester, they will be teaching the 5 units. So each day they will be teaching a part of that unit itself. So from my perspective, that each day part is only just a 20-minute study. Only 20-minute study duration is required for each day if you cover it daily wise. So when you keep it for during the last moments, you might find it a hefty process to study, or might find it difficult to study. So the portions which they were taught to you, if you go home and take and just read it once, that's enough, because it's already been taught to you by in the class. And if you have some homework, you can do just that. And it's just a 20-minute process. In the, I think there's as an engineering student, they might have 5 to 6 program daily. So just a 20-minute process for studying. So if you take let's just cut off 20 minutes, like 2 hours for daily. The remaining you have 22 hours. So you can sleep around 6 to 8 hours. So 10 hours that's off, and you have to spend an 8 hours on college. That's off. Then remaining you have left with 6 hours for your own desire, so on leisure time, on activities. So actually, I'm always keeping myself entertained. So I'm a binge watcher. I always watch a lot of series, a lot of movies. So from these movies and series, I get a lot of ideas as well. So whenever I find a solution, so in movies, of course, we know that it's not a real thing. So, but they might be showing a lot of things in that. For example, when I watch Iron Man in Avengers, so Iron Man suit is practically not possible. But when I watched, I got an idea and I know how to make it possible. But with not just exactly like Iron Man suit, but we can get a performance like close to that. But when I noted down, but I would be requiring 50 lakhs to create Iron Man suit. It's possible for me to make a flying suit. But I got that solution because I watched that movie. Likewise, when we got exposed to something, we get the solutions and ideas. Because I sit there and thought, so Iron Man is using an arc reactor, but we cannot accomplish that. So in my terms, I thought, what if we extend it with 6 turbines? So when I searched in, one turbine can give an effective thrust of around 15 to 20 kg. So according to our weight, and I calculated, and with the oil to fuel supply ratio, I thought it's practically possible to create a suit, and also people have made that, but if I had money, I would have already made that, because since India, there's a restriction of a lot of things. As you know, even it's difficult for us to transport 2 liters of kerosene in bicycle. So there's a lot of from law side and also from the post side to reduce from Indian side. So in order to uh, innovative students to come into account, and for them to expand their research and their activities. So whatever solution our problem, whatever the problems out there, already we have solution for it. Because so when I take a problems, I will not only find just one solution. I will think it from 10 different perspectives. I just saying minimum, and whatever solution I can add, and I will correct myself if I find a mistake on that. Thing is that I will find a solution for it, and then I will judge myself. Is it worth it? Is it nice? So I will try to find the mistakes in it intentionally, so that only I can improve myself. And after finding that, I will move on to my friends and I will ask their opinion. So most of them will be wondering, they think you have done everything, but I will ask them for them to find more problems, what the unseen problems which I can't see myself, because only from others' perspective you can get the idea of what are the problems is on there from apart from your perspective. So that's my yes.
Okay, okay, Vinith. I think the viewers would have understand how you balanced your education as well as you are working for the innovations. And moving on to the next question to Ganapati Raman sir. Ganapati sir, personally, I know about your works and your university in innovation related works, and you can share your innovation culture, how you are nurturing in your campus, and your works in that, so that the other mentors who are watching this video will get inspired from your words. How the institutions has to start innovations culture in their campus. What do you say?
Sir, actually, the students are not much aware of innovation. So because it is not only the students, the faculty also, it is an innovation. The word is a very new one. So when we started the 2018 in IAC our campus, so many people are thinking, so it is likely to be IDC cell or EDC cell. So likely they are thinking about that. But whenever we just send the circular to the proper channel, so this much amount of competitions are organized by many of the government and non-government agencies. So my fellow faculty and the students are astonished. Then so they are having a lot of opportunities for participating in the innovation competition. Then the students also feel that industry readiness problems and the solutions. Then how the industry expects from the student, why the industry or government agency come to the student for solving their problems. So because even though then many of the government agency having their own R&D, then they are coming to the institutions or especially the students then to solve their problems. So because they are thinking that the students can do better, then they can do the cost wise they can it's very less cost and high efficiency. They are thinking that the same way. So whenever whatever the innovation competitions come to my knowledge, then I will share to the WhatsApp, then social media. So we have created a WhatsApp group exclusive for niche innovator. Then so because I will share, then I will share through the officials also. The industry students then they will look into the browser. Then they have if they are having any doubts, then they will personally, because in the WhatsApp group everyone number is there, so they can come personally. They come to the personal chat or making the call. So it will be growing like this. And then so we are not only this, so we are supporting for IBR support. So actually, any intellectual property rights, we have conducted a lot of workshops for IBR. Then so we are conducting our programs. So each and every leadership talks programs or any of the IAC events. So before starting the event, so 10 minutes, then we will tell about the what is innovations and then what are innovation is going on. So everything we will share. So the students are very much interested. Then nowadays the students are after getting the prize amount of awarded by the Vinith and Danny. So all the students are very much interested to participate in innovation competitions.
Yes, sir. Great, sir. I also know about you. I think the viewers would understand what are the works you are carrying out, and your institution, Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education, is carrying out to nourish the innovation culture along with the MHRD's IIC's initiatives. And as you know that projectcontest.com was also started for support many rural related students for becoming successful innovators. And you are also supporting us in all the activities. Once again, I thank you, sir. So moving on to the last few questions to Vinith Jacob Anthony and Pooja Raj, and your thoughts to budding innovators. So you are in the end of your college journey, and you're going to start your entrepreneurship journey, or you're going to do your works in your life. So what you are going to tell to your juniors, the budding innovators, and your words on innovation culture, what is happening in India, or to Vinith, followed by that Pooja.
Yes, sir. Actually, so from the students' perspective, we are actually evolving. So if you take from the last few years, so all of them what they are doing, they just graduate, they just going for a job, a normal job. So if you take America, sir, it's only just 1/10 of population of India, but still they have around 500 billionaires. But if you take India, we have much more people, we have much more intelligent people. If you take any organization all over the world, there will be an Indian. So likewise in NASA, there's around 15% of Indians working over there. So not because the Indians are not talented, but Indians are not exposed and not experienced in that field of how to become an entrepreneur. So the possibility of Indians are actually endless because we can go a lot way as an Indian because we gave the backbone of the structure for the mathematics. And so to our budding entrepreneurs and innovators, what I would like to do my personal suggestion is that just don't stick on to your personal routine. Like you can move out of your field and move out of your comfort zone and study any field. If you have to ask me about what all field you can study, I will say you can take part in every field, including all engineering field and perspectives, uh, but not medicine because medicine requires licensing. So as an aerospace engineer, I used to not just stick on to my field, but I move out of my field and study mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics. And once we acquire a lot of knowledge, the solutions for the existing problem automatically comes to us. So my personal suggestion is that rather than studying all by heart, just try to understand the basic concepts of the. When you understand the basic concept, you can implement it onto the solutions which you are facing. So if I was limited to aerospace engineering field, I couldn't be able to innovate on things which I find solutions for. Likewise, if you just go to Google and search a lot of things, you can find the solutions and thousands of research papers and textbooks for that. So once you study a lot, the solution for a problem automatically comes. And so in India, it is only estimated that around 15,000 patents are applied each year. And but in Japan as well, they are in each year they are applying for 2 lakh patents as well. But the capability of Indians are much more because they are not experts. The education system are not supporting them to think in a perspective of innovation and entrepreneurial. But that is of course changing right now, as I've seen it. Even in my college, it has changed a lot since I have come to my college. From 2018 till then, I have only seen a university is there for teaching. So after 2018, each and every year they are promoting, they are offering various programs like IBP programs. Even college will fund around a certain percentage for the students to innovate. And with the even MHRD is now taken initiative on establishing IIC in each and every colleges. So the culture in India, and definitely we can expect to see a rapid rise in new innovators and entrepreneurs in the coming decade.
Great, Vinith. Thank you for your beautiful words. And Pooja, your final words for the budding innovators and your views on innovation culture happening now in India.
Yes, sir. So currently, India has 2 billion population and half of them are unemployed. So basically, it's because we don't really have jobs. We have to create jobs. So we have to be an entrepreneur. So in order to be an entrepreneur, we have to start working, start thinking about ideas, start going out of our comfort zone. So especially women are the one who are really helpless when it comes to innovation and all. Basically, they don't get much people to support them or inspire them. I hope everyone gets that kind of inspiration in their life. I hope they come out of their comfort zone and they understand the importance of co-curriculum activities in their life. They participate more in competitions. Only by doing so, our tomorrow we are going to have a very good future. That's all, sir.
Great, Ma, thank you. And we at Project Hunters also thought of this to inculcate innovation in women minds also. But we are trying to take many initiatives. And thanks to Pooja, being a girl, you're doing a lot of works and you continue your works. So moving on to the final question to our mentor, Dr. Ganapati Raman sir. Sir, your final views on innovation and what you want to say. You can say, sir.
So before coming to the questions, so I want to say a few things about Project Hunters outcome, sir. Actually, the
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, so this is the first YouTube channel exclusively for various project contests, innovation project contests. If anybody want to know about the innovation competition, they can see the videos in YouTube channels of budgetcontest.com. Their videos are very clear and unambiguous. Whenever the students or participants have doubt in the particular contest, so they can see their videos, and still if you have a doubt, and you may directly contact you, and you will respond. So even you are clearing my doubts also, because when I have a doubt, then another one important, I assure you, then the participants or the viewers will get clear information about their doubts. I suggest projectcontest.com YouTube channel for young students to get clear idea about various innovation content and its updates. And they will give the roadmap for your innovation career also. Uh, I know about Mr. Rajshekhar for the past 2 years, and I am also the subscriber of Project Understanding YouTube channel. And other YouTube channels are making videos for money, but you are not so, sir. So your channels are trustworthy, informations are very clear. And then another thing is your videos inform the eligibility condition and how to make the report and how the competition was conducted the previous year. What are the requirements to fill the forms, and where to register. Then what are the official website? Everything you are giving very clear manner in 10 minutes of videos. So it's very interesting, and so we will support you in your future also, sir. So, and a lot of innovation competitions are organized by the various agencies like Smart India Hackathon by MHRD and the DST Inspire to Innovate competitions, the Texas Instruments competitions, and Samadhan by Mega Online Challenge competition by ACD and MHRD, and IAC National Innovation Contest, then COVID-19 Solution Challenge. So many of the videos I have seen from your YouTube channel. Then I just transferring the information to our students. Then our students are participating almost all the innovation competitions. Then another thing is, so because as a academician, so because I'm guiding and for PhDs and MSc scholars, but what I'm feeling is the difference between the mentoring and the guiding is, so in the guiding, so I'm just transferring my knowledge, subject knowledge to the students, but in the mentoring, so it's entirely different thing. So because guiding is a fully engagement of academic work, so mentoring is a new one. So mentoring means what the people needs, how to help to achieve is called mentoring. So the mentoring is very much joyful one. The students participate a large number of innovation competitions, and you just show your talents. Then you just what are the talents you have inherent in your mind. So it's a very good platform to expose your talents also. Um, I request all the students. Then you just participate large amount of innovation competitions. Then that may be very much useful for you and the for national development also.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Really, it's a nice, wonderful motivation for projectcontest.com also. So, as I said earlier, we started for the development, upliftment of rural students, and now it has been engaging many students all around India for working in many innovation-related works, and we will continue our work, sir. So, once again, I like to thank team of Green Arrow Aerospace team, Vinith Jacob Anthony, Pooja Raj, and Nitya Krishnan for accepting our invitation, and is their mentor, Dr. R. Ganapati Raman sir from Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education. I thank you and your institution for allowing the students to be a part of ProjectContest.com Startup Innovator Series. And dear viewers, this program is jointly organized by Dream 360, digital marketing and branding agency, and it's led by Mr. Shekhar Arun, who is a friend of mine. Thank you, Shekhar sir, for also joining with us. And hope this session will be an eye opener for you to work in innovation-related updates and innovation-related works. Thank you for viewing. Subscribe our YouTube channel for further updates. Thank you all for joining with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vinith. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
you.
Thank you. Sir, we can end.